Do I really have to explain to you that love is love, regardless of the gender? Yeah, you have to understand that a lot of conservatives, not only myself, are religious. So it's not that we don't understand your point of view, it's that we aren't allowed to accept it based on what we believe in. Doesn't that make you question your religion and how closed-minded and judgmental it is? No. I don't think it's fair that because we have values and beliefs that a marriage is a union between a man and a woman. Like, this is what we believe in. I don't think it's fair that our conscience should be bashed because of our faith. Look, I understand, but when your opinions and your beliefs strip others of their basic human rights, like who they choose to love, yeah, and other people suffer from that, and they feel like lesser human beings because of it. I grew up in a sketchy neighborhood where I was never safe. The only way that I could protect myself or my family was to own a gun, so that when people broke into my house, I could show them that gun and we could live another day. I'm not against guns. I'm against gun violence, and I think that stricter measures need to be put in place to get guns out of the wrong hands. If someone wants to kill, they're gonna find a way to get a gun. And if you think that limiting guns and making people go through psych tests and making it nearly impossible for people to own guns, if you think that's the measure that should be taken, then you're taking away my safety. But it's this mentality of expecting the worst in people that will never make gun violence stop. Gun violence won't ever stop. Don't you understand that? But we can educate and find ways to decrease mass shootings. We don't have to walk around with guns. I was beaten once, and if I had a gun on me, I could have protected myself. But when you're holding a gun, you're shooting to kill. If my life and safety was in danger, you're damn right I'm shooting to kill. Oh. So you're telling me that if I was raped, and that rape resulted in a pregnancy, that I would be forced to carry that nightmare in my stomach for 9 months? I believe that unless somebody can prove that an unborn child is not a living human, then that unborn child should be guaranteed the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, because that's what's said in the Constitution. You're forgetting that life happens because of a woman. A woman should have the right to choose what happens to her body. It's a woman's body that produces life. That's the most bizarre argument that I've ever heard. Have you ever heard of a woman who cuts her finger off because she has the right to her own body? We're not talking about the right to a woman's body. We're talking about another life. A woman would be carrying another life. It's called pro-choice. I have the right to choose what to do with my body. What if my pregnancy showed that my child would be severely impaired and wouldn't have any sort of quality of life? What if my child would suffer more than it would live? Do you know that in some places, if a man beats his pregnant wife and that results in the death of that unborn child, that the man can actually be charged with murder, but a woman can call it abortion and it's okay? Can you explain Black Lives Matter to me? Because I don't understand why we can say Black Lives Matter and exclude everyone else. Black Lives Matter does not mean white lives don't matter. Well, I think all lives matter. I think all lives matter too. But I think history has shown us that other lives don't matter as much as white lives. Why can't the saying just be all lives matter? Because if all lives did matter, then we wouldn't need a saying. We wouldn't have to fight for the fact that Black lives matter. This is why it's a saying. Because it hasn't been the case. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you're fueled up in some way. I hope that you chose a side. No, I really hope that you understood both sides actually, and kind of like yes, we all have our stances, but it's also important to be open and give off love and not just sort of bash people because of what they believe in. Just sort of understand why they have those beliefs and, you know, agree to disagree. We're still all humans, and, you know, politics especially creates so much divide, which is why it's a hard topic for a lot of people to deal with. But that's why I wanted to make this video. I want to know what you think, what you thought of it. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I would love to hear them, and I'll see you next week for the next video. Peace!